Welcome back to Limbus Company, Canto 8, The Surrendered Witnessing. Last time we went through a lot of story, but the general gist of it is there's a crisis going on, and we need to help out Si-chun before she potentially gets stopped before she can make it to the throne. Actions of a thief. Okay, this is a team we're going to be running. Let's actually set up the announcer. I think it's just Virgilius right now, right? I didn't mean not mean to hit you. I'm hitting it. God. I just need to use scroll wheel. Otherwise everything falls apart, right? It's just you right now? Yeah, okay. So we'll do Zulu Zizong and Honglu, right? Might as well, of course. Gotta use the funny new ones. And see what they say, right? The chance of it being spoilery is low. We have to go through here if we want to take the fastest path to T-Con Temple. Looks like it leads underground. Oh man, are you sure this is the fastest path? The heck are they doing over there? Shi family grunts? Well, it seems to me that they're exactly why they're here, blocking our way. Well, I never thought it was going to be easy. Looks like I was right. Stop right there. Turn around and leave now. Shh. The funny looking hairstyles of these guys, yeah. Very silly. You won't get a more generous offer than that. You do well to do as I say. The family hierarchy war is over. They announced the results for all to hear. So, on whose orders are you attacking us? Naive girl. Do you not know that power forces are already gathering here at Dagwanyan? I know that little peepsky will even get to meet the Shanran. He's probably bleeding out somewhere along the path by now. Bunch of people were laying in wait already. Yeah. How mean. Oh. Looks like a bunch of third-raters decided to work together, huh? Do you really believe that you could retake the hierarchy with your puny forces? You're the ones who are committing this tantrum of treason because you just can't accept that you lost. Besides, what do you mean retake the hierarchy? It's not like you ever took her from us. You can't even proudly speak the name of your master. It would have been the first thing you announced if you believe your cause to be just. Your very actions are those of a thief. Got him, get him, kill him, Modus. Huh, now we need to announce our cause for a ragtag band like yours. Yep, thief mentality. Destroy them all! Okay, so it's generic Shi family, guys. Alright. I was wondering if it would be like one of them came back already, like Shi, who I was just back again for some reason. But no, just grunts it seems. Should be simple enough. 11 of them, yeah. Cool looking background, that's for sure. We're along the path. Alright. Let's get into this. That's a struggling already. Okay. That's unfortunate, but, I mean, you can just pop this instead, right? You're fine. Gluttony res time. Unopposed, that's not worth it. I guess we pop this on you because it's probably slightly better for us. Yeah, sure. That'll work. We can get the funny Strider off, right? Oh. Maybe not. That's a stagger. Alright, that's fine. We got one of them off. I mean, we got both of them off, but we lost a clash for one of them is what I'm getting at. A little unfortunate, but that's fine. We're getting your skill 3 next turn, and it looks like we're getting your skill 3 next turn. Nice. Be able to make some use of that then. Do a bit of this. This should be better odds because we'll have... not necessarily. We'll roll with it, right? We can pop the egos. We can't pop the egos yet. We need to wait to pop the egos. Right. Well, you could get yours. It's funny going. We got the crit there? Probably not. You probably should, but you're not going to be able to get yours. That's annoying. Yeah, just pop it. Get snake arm going, or serpent arm. Same thing, just different words for the same thing. Okay, so Sandy for Sinclair is nice. Okay, that's fine. Finally lost both his clashes. That's fine. He'll get his Sandy up one of these days. Now he's 3 insight and can use other skills with 3 insight, so that's good. We're not getting your... Oh no, you're getting your skill 3 next turn. That's fine. That works because of how Starter Mount works. Gloomres? Sure. It's just Shi family grunts, right? I'm not very concerned about these guys. They're just rupture charge enemies, right? Shame we don't get 2-stars anymore, because some of these random guys, like imagine like Shi who got 2-star or something random, right? Just for some more random rupture charge. Probably would have ended up being a ADD synergy, which is cool in my books. They're just dying too fast for us to get any decent sanity going. Tragic. That's fine though. We don't really need to get decent sanity up, right? Actually, I kind of want to pop that skill 3 just so we can win some clashes. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Yeah, because Hong loses that clash with his skill 1, but he'll win the clash with the skill 3. So there's some sanity, which will be better for him. He kind of needs to build up his sanity somewhat quickly for him to be able to really do much of anything good. Just simply because it's a 1-coin skill 1. At low sanity, that's going to lose a lot of clashes. As strong as it is once it actually wins the clash winning part can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. Okay, Mercer loses that, that's fine. Because he beat most of the coins at least. Gregor's doing his best. 0 sanity on Gregor is also really bad. That is kind of part of the issue with the high shows, is that because they're always going to be so high speed, they're going to steal so many clashes so frequently. Which is going to be a problem some of the times, right? Not necessarily too frequently, but it definitely will be palpable at times. Nice. Writ Butcher Blade. We killed most of them this turn, probably, but probably just all of them, actually, looking at how many of them are left. Yeah, because I think these are the last of them, right? Were there any more? There was only 5 enemies on field, so yeah, this was definitely the last of them. Low sanity moment, tragic. We have funny Rhodey on skill 3 though. Yeah, it's only this one left now, and that kills. Cool. Oh no, there's one more. Cannot reverse the great flow is a good move nonetheless. I need to pay attention to these announcers. It's been a little bit since I've gotten a new announcer. Not since Virgilius, right? Because I didn't manage to get the Ricardo announcer, since that was a random gamble announcer. Odds of getting that, not particularly high. Yeah, this guy's very dead. Nice. Alright, cool. Easy enough. Okay. Cool. Simple enough. The will to change seems like more of the same. Yeah, it's 2 enemies slash Riga again. It's very possible it ends up being like slightly different. Like it's possible instead of just being generic Shi guys. I think it's just more generic Shi guys, but it could be generic like Deathrite monks, right? There's a possibility there's something slightly different here. Probably not though. I could have paid more attention. It might just be more Shi guys. We might actually not get a story node before this out. Yeah, just straight into it, jeez. Yes, I get it. I'm adult. You don't need to tell me twice. We actually get everything going immediately. That's nice. Oh, we can't get yours going because that's a defense. That's annoying. Whatever. We get the Salu off for you. That's nice. Oh, we get that Blink Blade passive. What do your passive do? As fast speed, inflict opportunity, and offense until next turn. Okay, that's nice. That'll trigger fairly frequently because it's based on Glut Res, and you lost the clash with Salu against a generic Shi family guy. Come on. I know you're better than this, Murder. You don't need to throw that hard, do ya? Surely not. See, don't really need to pop that. Yeah, we wait on that one. Just... We've got a skill 3 coming next turn. We can save those. Why not? Maintain the 2 insight. Just for a little bit more mileage, right? You're as slow as possible. Yeah. Oh, right, you don't need to... I forgot. You don't need to actually use... I got mixed up. So for Strider Mao, you do need to actually clash with it to get the effect, but for Serpent Arm, it's combat start. You don't actually need to do anything else. So that's good enough. Even if it doesn't get used, we still get Serpent Arm. That's nice. Silly me forgetting that they were different. Well, I remembered earlier rather than later, though, and so I'll be able to make better use of it throughout, I'm sure. Hopefully. Okay. Cool. You guys both have your skill 3s ready. Nice. Make sure you get more of that rolling. Servant Mortal Flurry, not going to be a particularly great Servant's Mortal Flurry. Oh well, I'm not too bothered. Please. Don't get... Okay, thank god. I didn't want to lose another skill 3 to a neutral-ish Sanity Shi family grunt. Luckily we didn't. I guess I shouldn't speak too soon because we could have lost with Ryoshu, but she pulled through. Or Otis. I can never tell the two apart in these IDs, right? Kind of the issue with the funny hats and stuff is the fact that if you can't really see the Sinner's head that well, it's super hard to tell them apart from from far away, especially for the Mao IDs with like their faces covered up and stuff. Okay. These guys are doing a lot, that's fine. But you guys should pop that, that's nice. We can't actually trigger his passive. There's not really a good reason to discard his skill 3 after you're already Insight 3, unless you have the 3 Gloom Res to get his peering through the keyhole passive. And even then, that's just 3 damage up. It still is just really nice to pop an Insight 3, skill 3, especially because it's actually in a Clash realm like his skill 1 usually does. Okay. That's, a bit mean. Whatever. You're fine. You're fine. Your bones will grow back. Bones tend to do that. I think. Probably. Whatever. Actually, you could deal with that. Yeah, sure, do it. Just get more Servant Arm rolling, right? It's solid. Nice. Ryoshu's killing people very hard, as is the norm. Merso is being washed, as is the norm. He's going through it this fight, it seems, that's for sure. Nice. And skill 1 kills that guy, cool. And then you can counter that so you don't get hit too hard by it. Come on, okay. Okay, that worked well, sure. And we actually staggered through that, that's nice. So the one-side attack didn't go for... Was it going for... Mer? No. Honglu? I don't remember what the one side it was going for, but we stopped it nonetheless. And that's what matters. Cool. The Mao IDs was a lot of fun to use in general. Same, honestly, with the CIDs, but CIDs are just a little bit weirder overall. Due to being the poise focus side of things, needing to build it up and whatnot, and using Serpent Arm for that a lot. Any idea all that about maintaining a status effect is nice. And I say maintaining instead of like building up, because maintaining is usually more interesting to me personally than building up status effects, right? If you know what I mean. If you get what I mean compared to like... Stuff like that's more interesting to me than something like, whatever the funny... like Malphite statistic is called, the one where you need to build up 10 to use your skill 3. I find stuff that's all about maintaining it to get like the benefits more interesting personally. I don't know. Whoever your poor master is, I can tell by the way their minions behave that they have no hope of ever taking that throne. You'd be surprised by how much of that the lack of a just cause harms morale, fool. With how few like nodes seem to be left, I'm surprised we got 2 nodes dedicated to just killing she-grunts. You're the one to talk. What just cause do you have? Just how high and mighty is your... Oi, shut it and listen. At least, we actually want to change something about this place. I'd say we're a more just cause than you, who's only thought upon hearing that awful bell is, how could I expand my real estate this time? Ugh. Both of you always speak with such conviction, Otis, Heathcliff. Gathering an army is the easy part. A leader's true qualities are revealed only when the time comes to actually lead their men. I see. So it's your long experience with war that shaped your confidence, Otis. So my life could be any further from any battlefield of war. Otis wasn't so sure about that answer, I don't know. Maybe I was always surrounded by wars, both large and small, in the back streets, and I was just sheltered from them. I've done nothing but watch from a distance, so I don't suppose I have any right to speak. I wouldn't even know where I'd begin. This seemed like the perfect moment for Otis to brag about her experience, but she fell silent at that remark. There ain't anything too complicated about it, mate. Don't think twice about it. Like the lad does. Like me? For Ross Clear, could you ask Heath if he was really talking about him? That's funny. Yeah. My mouse is not working well today. This is really annoying. I haven't ever walked down this hallway accompanied by so many other people. I usually walked alone. Aw. Very apt, that's for sure. Why? Didn't you take your servants with you? Sometimes I did, because I was too scared to go there alone, but he wasn't that close to his servants, especially after what happened to Ziren. I learned something as I grew older. So my heart is most at ease when walking down this road alone. Why? Imagine Honglu slowly walking down this hallway alone with a dark expression. Wasn't a pleasant sight. Tikon Temple. I was the only one who was allowed to freely enter and exit. The family hierarchy can technically be let inside, but even grandmother couldn't enter without their summon. Wait, Jiachu wasn't being metaphorical? So, what are they called? The Jean Ren? Are they actually some supernaturally enlightened blokes or something? Yeah, because Jean Ren is Chinese for immortal one, I believe. Immortal being, something along those lines. Yes, they endured the time of suffering, opened their eyes to secret to freedom from raging and death, and eventually attained enlightenment, earning themselves the exalted title of the Jean Ren. But is that even possible? But I'm them still searching for the answer to true immortality. It's not true immortality, I assume, right? It has to do with the hierarchs and using them somehow. Everything except Sichan's life is at risk, right? So they're going to use her. I don't know. Mate, you're bottling up again. That makes me nervous. What the hell are we walking into? At least this place feels much more tranquil than the world outside. It's quiet, and it smells nice, too. I could almost forget there was a war about to break out beyond the premises. We're lucky. Not many people know the actual path to reach Tikon Temple. But at least there's less chance of us running into any outside forces here. Can we not with the foreshadowing? Yeah, we're running into more outside forces. No way around it. Yeah, you did the most. Checks out. Honglu does pretty decent though. That's because he gets multiple slots up. He didn't take any damage though, which means he didn't lose any clashes. Compared to Murr and Gregor taking more damage than they dealt that fight. They're doing their best, okay? That's how neutral Sandy fights go. Too much. A ridiculous idea. Is this really more Shi family grunts? It seems like it. I don't know. Could be something slightly different though. Could be. We'll see. Unfortunately, it was indeed a foreshadowing. Oh no, it's, Shui family, guys. Stop! Who is your master? What are you doing here? Because we have a place to be. What are you doing here? You're working for Jiachu, aren't you? Trying to visit the revered Jean Ren? You're trying to speed up the higher ascension ritual, aren't you? Nice try. Ask the right questions, we'll tell you about our plans, won't we? Greenhorn. I know you're all lost. You've probably been going in circles for hours now. Yeah, this place is irritatingly large. Just point us in the right direction and go back the way you came, and I won't give chase. Not gonna be that easy. Give up on your ridiculous ideas, ushering in that hopelessly inadequate girl as the family hierarch. We already heard that one before. Might want to get some new material. Okay, cool. Simple enough intro. So it seems like there's a lot of fillery nodes, which are definitely making me wonder just what's gonna be at the end of this. And you actually feel that you're the only one who can lead us, Dante. You lead us well to the path everyone seeks, right?
원하시는 길로 저희를 잘 이끌어 주시겠죠?
Just taking a peek. You know how it be. We can just pop the unveil here. Yeah, your insight will be bad, but that's fine because we're drawing skill 3 next turn. I don't care about getting a 2 insight here. I'd rather get some decent sanity going. Unopposed. You guys pop your thingies. Yeah, cool. That'll work. Yeah, nice. The immediate skill 3 with Sinclair one-sidedly probably wasn't the best play. Would have been better off not using that, but oh well. Maybe we can see if we can try getting the egos off one of these fights. Because if we want to do this one, we need a bunch of gluttony, some lust, some pride. Which is doable, but also not, like, super easy, all things considered, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They're not super long waits. We'll make use of the egos, though, that's for certain. I've got no doubts in my mind about that. What was that attack power down from? I didn't even notice what it was from. Oh, it's from, Sinclair, wasn't it? He does that, doesn't he? I'm really not used to running Devi at Sinclair. But, like, isn't it a bit you do? Is it not? You're all defense level down, right? You don't actually have power. Yeah, you're all about defense level down. You're not the source of the attack right now, but a couple enemies got attack right now. Whatever. It could be anything. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. But I felt like there was a bunch of it at once there, and I'm not sure. We pop this. Oh no, wait. Huh? What happened last turn? What did Honglu do? How did not get... I don't know what happened. Honglu should have gotten to 3 insight, but he didn't, which is weird. I must have messed something up, but I've got no clue what. Whatever. Okay, Tails on Serpent Shear. This is just par for the course, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Correct. I'm glad you're a fan. I don't know. Do we think we're gonna get like a random refight against the funny guy, the Night Drifter? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Nice. Love expending knowledge. And a little bit of unveiling too. The 2-for-1 special. Enjoy the key. I do really hope we get more DHE stuff. Because I think the keys are really cool. I think, like, DHE Honglu is still my favorite identity in the game. He's just so much fun to use. And I think more of them would be cool. Especially give us a DHAD for Sinclair so he can make use of, Cavernous Wailing. I think that would be very silly. Whatever, though. Just speaking words. As one does. That's what words are for, right? To be spoken? Usually. Sometimes they're to be written, sometimes other meanings. I'm definitely talking too much about kind of pseudo-nonsense, though. Nice. Okay, nice. Get some sandy from that, so hopefully this rolls decently. I didn't get any crits, that's fine. Our poise wasn't that high, all things considered. It could have been higher. Kill, nice. More than the last guy? It is the last guy. Okay, this is it then. Glut res, yeah. Salu. Salu could get a random funny reuse. It's possible. We'll see, I guess. I don't know. No, kill the second coin. Oh well. That's fine. It all depended on how some of the turnover stuff went, because I had no clue who was going to live, who was going to die, where that Salu would end up, but it ended up hitting that target who was a little too dead for us to get the reuse. Hopefully we can get some of it, though. I do really like Snake Immerse him, because Salu is a lot of fun to use. I do find his, focused attack gimmick to be pretty funny too, but it's also really annoying sometimes, so... Mainly just because whenever you stagger an enemy, whenever they get unstaggered, it's forced onto the leftmost slot. A lot of bosses have set patterns in certain slots and that sort of thing, and you stagger an enemy, and then it'll just be forced into the leftmost, kind of messing it up a bit. Otherwise, though, it's a very funny status effect, that's for sure. Okay. Second battlefield. It's more the same, I think, yeah. They're doing this again. Do I need more encapsulation? Oh, no, I'm fine. How much encapsulation did I have? Oh, I had 80, didn't I? And yeah, this is the 4th fight node we're doing, so yeah. Okay, simple enough. Immediately 3 insight, that's nice. Struggling. It's probably actually struggling. We might take some damage there. Oh well. If we do this, you lose your... Actually, if you don't use it at all, do you lose it? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I think you still do, even if it doesn't go off with defensive skills, but I'm not sure. Whatever, we don't want to pop his skill 3 turn 1 anyways. Hongu got staggered from that. Small price to pay for Insight 3. We'll live with it, I'm sure. That's okay, Dante, we can't always win. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Yeah, we do lose Breaker skill 3, that's fine. Didn't particularly want it, I don't think. You don't even really want to do this. I guess you do it just because better odds. Yeah, sure. Glut Res as well should help out a decent bit. Serpent Flurry, do we pop that or do we just Glut Res? I kind of want just Glut Res. It'll work better for us overall, probably. Nah. I like that Clash Wind sound effect. Very bonky. Very aluminum bat sound effect, which is a nice sound effect. In my opinion. Please roll heads. Okay, there you go. Kept on just rolling tails there, and I was worried we'd lose it. I guess it would have been fine, all things considered. Wouldn't have been the end of the world, but still, would rather win it, right? Okay, you're getting hit a bit, that's fine. You at least beat one of the coins. And you guys are pretty incapable of doing much of anything here, are you? That's fine. You have like 6 damage worth of bleed on you. That's not threatening whatsoever. Do you serve with Moral Flurry? No, we save that for next turn so we can get that going again. Don't wait. Yeah, sure. Gotta build up our boys. It's a crucial part of the plan. That's for sure. Okay, I should have killed a decent chunk of them. Yeah, nice. Do you pop this here? Do you pop it next turn? I kind of want to pop it next turn. Yeah, next turn will work. You pop some Lust. Do we have... We can use Sinclair's Ego here. Okay, let's do this then. Tears of the Tarnished Blood. You just pop this? Yeah, you should. Okay, try this. We'll see how Sinclair's Ego goes. He's neutral sanity. That's fine. It's very cool looking, that's for sure. I wish Multicoin Egos just did like the Mercalo thing where they just threw it in the corner. Just they did it whether or not you could actually see it, because it's so hard to tell what's going on with the roll a lot of the time, and I'd really like to know if it's heads or tails a little bit easier. Is this solo reuse? No, not close. Whatever. One can dream, right? You're guaranteed to crit here? Nice, so that should be solid. Still got 3 tails, so I mean it was still solid, right? Okay, but now Sinclair's got this going on here, so yeah. He's gonna slowly start building that up. He's got his Ego passive going, so he'll heal Sanity over time. His career trunk's at 20, I think that is right. Yeah. Well, you want to pop one of these. You're out here, funny. Try that. Might not go the best, but that's fine. You're chilling, though. Cool. See how this goes, then? Max Sanity, Curse Engraved Sword. Okay. Hit this guy a bit. Your sanity's not great, but that's fine. Surely he's got a debuff, right? Like Rupture or something on him, so he got the sanity healing. 3 tails. Okay, Hong Lu hasn't been able to do much of anything, has he? He's doing his best. That's what counts, okay? Okay? That's what counts. I really don't know if I'm gonna want to actually use Hong Lu's ego for, like, important fights, because I don't really want him to explode. I'd rather actually use him, even if he's, like, even if it's not, like, a lose condition. I'd still like to use him because it's his Canto, right? Also, I like, DHA Hong Lu a lot. Alright, cool. Victory. Do we get a little cutscene now, or is it straight to loading screen? Or is it screen? Okay, we do get a cutscene for this one, yeah. So tell me, who's your master? I sure wonder if it's the Jue family. You two, you've been in a war, haven't you? Ah, you could tell. True. What kind of deduction is that? No need to deny that, I suppose. You can still tell, huh? I mean, I guess if someone knows much about the Smoke War, they see Bug Arm Guy and they'll be like, ah, old G-Corp. A classic. And I learned many, many things in my war. Otis just also acts like someone who's been in a war, right? A few hundred ways to convince a grunt to talk, for example. Too bad. Oh, cyanide? Because unlike you, I have but one way to keep my mouth shut. Okay. I guess stabbing yourself is a lot more simple than cyanide. Cyanide is a bit more like spy movie-esque way to kill yourself. I don't know. The man appeared to be leading a soldier, stabbed himself in the chest without hesitation. Ugh. No night drift for them? So he'd kill himself without even a moment's hesitation to protect his master's name. His master must be a formidable individual. Well, also, like, he stabbed himself in his chest, right? If he's actually, like, an important servant whatsoever, he'll be life insuranced. Because they do that for all, like, the butlers and stuff. I don't know if they do that for, like, one of those soldiers, but maybe. Better odds than anything else. Or it could also be that he was under the influence of a suicide worm. An amno worm that activates on an information trigger to manipulate the host psyche to take their own life. Oh. They've got that type of amno worms, I see. There was a previously unseen serious look in Hong Lu's eyes. He forged onwards. Oh, you're just gonna say that and we move on, okay? Okay, sure. Oh, that guy might have had a suicide worm. The what? The suicide worm. Oh. Oh, okay. That's simple enough. I understand perfectly well what you're saying. Those who do not decide. More grunts. Is this time gonna be Death Rate monks? Or like pot monsters or something? It's something along those. It's not pot monsters, I don't think so. I think oh, you're Pierce Beak instead. Okay, so this is definitely something notably different if it's earned Pierce Resist instead of Blunt Resist. Was Death Ray Monks like that? I don't remember. It's sufficient in Kefalin. That's fine. That is what... I mean, I can just pop a box. I've got 213 boxes. I really should be using them instead of stockpiling them. Lower level than recommended. That's just because of the people who I am not actively using. That's fine. Oh! No, it's just straight up thumbs. Soldato 2. Interesting. We don't really know how a lot of these like these Roman numeral ranks work because they were not a thing in Ruina. Makes sense that there's more rankings to it than just Soldato, Capo, Sota Capo, Capo de Capo. But assumably higher is better given how they say like that, oh, Liang was like high up or whatever and he was a Capo 4. So assumably Soldato 2 means like kind of lower level grunts, but like still can do something? I don't know. That was a warning shot, sir. I heard you curse under your breath. Was that a 3? I can't see actually. I'm hitting too many buttons. There. How disrespectful. Okay, that's 3. How does you tell the bald-faced lie to your senior? And then they're gonna hurt her, yeah. Apologies. Please, I humbly beg for your assistance in my absolution. Of course. Present your tongue. Gah! That incomprehensible exchange between the pair was soon followed by the sight of a severed tongue rolling in the dirt. Ew! The thumb. Please let me speak, as my partner no longer has the means to do so. Your present company, including Manager Dante, their companions, and Master Jia Baoyu, may not pass beyond this area. What did you just call Hong Lu? Given the present circumstances, they're treating Honglu's Baoyu of the Jia family and not a sinner of the LCB. Makes sense. It's logical to assume the young master of Pursuit's house ranks higher than a soldato, who just grunts at the thumb. Well, can Honglu just ask him to move then? Them showing us respect now doesn't mean anything. They won't let us through. I've heard stories, but I didn't think they'd be this fixated with the ranks and hierarchies. It's almost the point where it's just plain weird. I feel like they look more like... I feel like the red looks weird. I don't know, I feel like it's like a slightly different red. It's just been a while, but I feel like it was like a darker, more bloodied like red in Ruina. Could just be lighting or various minor differences. It's a minor thing. The underboss has ordered us to treat anyone passing this area as our enemy. Ours would execute all individuals attempting to do so anyway, including our former allies. So I implore you to please turn around and leave this place. We would greatly appreciate your cooperation. Sorry, we can't do that. Then, sorry to say that we have no chance but to stop you by any means. Decent chances this means we'll get a random Season 0 in like a month or two that's going to be a thumb ID, right? Makes enough sense. It was due to happen sooner or later. It'll probably be like after Seachan, it'll probably be like Walpurgis, and then maybe like some other random seasonal, similar to like how Dulcinea was a bit later. And then after that, Thumb, and maybe some other Season 0, and then Big Honglu, right? Something like that? I don't know, that's my guess. I feel like Big Honglu and then followed probably shortly by like Time Killing Time rerun or something. Since if they do want to make it so it's accurately like a year or so after it, it would need to be like mid-June, and I don't think it's happening that soon. Lei Heng, he must have set up this ambush. They were prepared. They weren't going to accept any other result than what they had in mind anyway. Taking into account Limbus standing and LCB's position within the organization, you a mere sinner mentioning Master Lei Heng's name as a crime punishable by the removal of your tongue. No, your punishment will begin with crushing your lower jaw. IF. Shouldn't have expected a trivial little thing like a soldato to know his place. You don't have enough tongues to lose for this disrespect. Oh yeah, tell him. Tell him, like, your position and he'll cut his own throat or something. We're not getting anything out of them. These idiots will jump off a cliff, their superior told them to. But aren't they usually your favorite kind of people, Otis? There once was a time when I used to think highly of strategic decision to maintain such a rigid, stratified hierarchy system. But now I know there was never a strategic decision at all, but a bunch of brainless obsession of idiots who refuse to decide for themselves. Let's see if you can keep babbling like that when we cut off your tongue. Alright, Thumb time. This is hype. Pierce Resist definitely checks out for Thumb. Let's see, how are they looking? Look at them. Their funny little bayonets and their funny thumb ammo? Propellant ammo, unique ammo for my certain skills. Okay. They're burn tremor. What? Okay. Oh, it's different types of ammo or something, right? I assume that's the bit. Concuss, stab, burning, propels and cleave. Does this spend ammo? Yeah, so this spends ammo. Tremor Scorch. Tremor stick wrath damage equal to sum of turbo's and burn by 2 and lose 1 burn count. Heavy skills trigger turbos. Okay. So it's Tremor. Okay. I really like this actually. So this is how they're gonna balance around tremor reverberation, I suppose. Instead of amplitude conversions trying to do different things, they're going to be different flavors of specifically reverberation. This one being burn oriented, which is very funny. Attack power up, yeah. Running stagger targets. When feeding attack power starting next turn. Okay, that's cool. I like this. I really like this. This makes me think they're going to give, like, a Thumb ID to Murso, though, to synergize with Capote, since Capote is already, like, the Burn Tremor ego, which is very funny to have an ego focus on that when we do not have a single ID with both Burn and Tremor. Well, Thumb time! Yeah, we just do a lot of this, I think. Big Glut Res, shame we can't get max because of you, but that's fine. I guess I could Superbia, but I'd really rather save that. Even though there's a decent odds I never end up using it. Hopefully I'll remember to use it at some point. Please get us. Okay, Murso got a single heads there. I wasn't looking at any other clashes because I was too focused on Murso, like, throwing so hard. I think Honglu lost his too, though. Yeah. Actually, no, don't do that.
사소한 실수로
We want to discard as
착각도
much as
아니야.
possible on
너무
you.
긴장하지 말고 임하게.
You want to Strider Unleash again. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I don't like how this is looking already. Bit rough. This is a normal counter. We get some shield for this, right? Yeah, 25% of, or not 20%, it's 9% of max HP shield. That'll work then. They'll pop that. Serpent Glint, actually we just pop that. Sure. Get that going. Should go decently overall. Looks like we're winning a lot of clashes. It's kind of hard to tell because we didn't use any skill 3s, so it's all going on at exactly the same time, but I think we won every single clash? Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. Okay. I looked at Tremor Scorch and then I forgot to, like, actually read what they do beyond that. Do they only, like, shoot ammo if it's unbroken? If it's broken, do they not shoot ammo? Or, no, that guy lost ammo. So how does it work? Spend one. Okay, so that's no matter what. But you only get Tremor Scorch if it doesn't break. Okay. Clash lose, do less damage, and cannot stagger. Alright. So it's simple enough. Oh, reload! Use current load ammo and reload it back to full. Okay. Honestly, if Thumb is kind of like that, that would be a little unfortunate, not gonna lie. Because I'm kind of hoping it's more than, yeah. I'm kind of hoping it's more than just ammo and, like, Burn and Tremor. I'm hoping they have discard stuff just because there's some funny stuff they can do. But also, at the same time, enemies can't discard, so this... If we do end up getting Thumb discard IDs, this can't be very, conclusive, simply because enemies don't have discard. Enemies don't work like, the Sinners do, right? They don't have, like, skill bags. They have preset patterns of skills they use in certain orders. They don't actually, like, have skill bags, right? Okay. That's fine. We killed one of them. Okay, we'll kill more of them here, though. This is fine. We'll get our sanity up in time. We're chilling, right? Do some of that. Some of this, some of this, some of this. Salu? Wait, Salu kill? Salu kill! Let's go. Salu reuse. After whoever he's gonna be using it wins their clash. There we go. There's the Salu reuse. And it kills. Cool. That's nice. Might have saved a random skill here or there to go against someone else. If so, that's nice then. I mean, logically, it probably would have, depending on how some of these skills lined up, though. Okay, looks like we lost a few clashes, but that's to be expected. I really like Burn Tremor as a mechanic, because the two of them work really well hand in hand, because they're the two status effects that... They're the two slow status effects, right? That's their main thing. Tremor is mainly about dealing indirect damage instead, like, weakening them through debuffs and the like, and then you have Burn, which is all about slowly, like, the enemy burning away. Compared to something like Bleed or Rupture being a lot faster, or Sinking being weird because it only does damage against non-human enemies, right? And Poison Charge, of course, are just different themselves because they're buffs instead of debuffs. Yeah. Really hoping we get Thumb Murso then, simply for the sake that Murso Capote, really funny, would be really busted if we got stuff that actually synergized around it, and Burn Tremor is cool. More status effect combos that aren't just poison something or charge in something are really hype in my opinion, right? Because really we mostly only get buff and debuff combos. We don't really get 2 debuff combos, and we haven't gotten any 2 buff combos at all. When we do get 2 debuff combos, it's usually something like, how, like, Priest Greg or Dulcinea Rodion have Bleed and Rupture, and the Rupture is basically non-existent. It's just there for the fact that the enemies have it too, right? Instead of being actually meaningful. Okay, I think Murso is probably only 10 away from that stagger threshold, so he's probably going to get staggered by the Burn, that's fine. If he doesn't this turn, he'll get staggered, like, next turn either way, right? Little unfortunate. Okay, not quite there yet, but yeah, next turn he will. These are the last 5. Alright, nice. Struggling. Not for long. Serpent Glint. Sure, that's fine. This works. He'll be able to do fairly decent overall against these guys. Cyclical Nodge will do really good against you because you'll get staggered. And you're stagger plus. And then, are we skill 1-ing you as well? Yeah, okay, that guy's very dead. Nice. Every death is nice to see. God, I love how Tremor Scorch looks, too. It being, like, red Tremor, a little, like, orangish inside, being, like, burn-colored. That's so nice. I'm really excited for us to get Tremor Scorch. I do not think that can be underestimated how cool that is to me, personally. This has been a long fight, hasn't it? We haven't reached the 10-turn mark, have we? I don't think so. We're, like, turn 7, 8-ish, I want to say, right? Like, if we should be fine. Yeah, turn 7. Okay. So we're chilling. No need to worry about that. It's just, fights just feel longer because it's 7 sinners instead of 6, right? Really not used to that whatsoever, because it has not been like that since Canto 4's, like, boss fights and the Mirror Dungeon there. But even then, Mirror Dungeon 2 was only 7 sinners, like, at floor 4 onwards, was it? Because you got your... Yeah, you got 6 sinner floor 2, and then 7 sinner floor 4, I think, right? That's how it worked? So it's been a while since 7 sinners has been normalized whatsoever. I guess there was also, like, Railway 2, but once again, very distant in the past relative to where we are now. And assumably we're gonna have one more thumb fight, because that's the pattern they've been doing for all these other nodes. Yeah. Honglu did the most. Nice. Whenever you can actually, like, build up quickly is nice. Those who do not decide to... Oh, this is just purely a fight. Okay. So just more thumb, guys. We're fine. We haven't had anyone die yet. We've had a couple staggers, but nothing too big yet. This is going to be more of the same, and then we might get a more notable node after this. Are we going to fight Lei Hang? I don't think so, based on how it's being set up, but also on the other hand, like, it would check out to fight Lei Hang, right? We want you to do that. Cool. Send that, get everything going early. Nice and early. Nice. Skill 3 for sanity is good. It's just gonna be more of the same this fight, right? 2 thumb guys. Nothing new with them. They don't have too many skills, too. They've got the burn skill, the tremor skill, and then the gun skill. A simple 1, 2, 3. That's struggling. We can try winning with that. Yeah, that'll probably work decently. Okay, cool. Serpent Shear. We do not Serpent Shear here. We do not Serpent Shear here. Please. I appreciate the intention you have, Gregor, but that's not going to work. I know I've seen too much failure from Serpent Shear's side of things for me to attempt it in times of neutral sanity. Instead, build up your sanity a little bit, and then we pop it. We'd also wait for his Serpent Arm to go down a little bit before we pop it as well. That's also, like, overall beneficial. Some are probably with Serpent's Mortal Flurry, but also we need to win clashes. We need to do this. That's fine. You know, just send it. All this talk I'm doing, and I end up not doing anything with it. Whatever. That works. We don't need to get rid of that. We can discard more things. No real benefit discarding more things other than the fact we cycle through our skills faster, right? But I mean, that is a benefit. More skill 2s, more skill 3s, etc. Always good. Our hand of crit to... no, 50% crit chance, so yeah. Wasn't super high odds. Nice. We actually got heads for and like a crit at like not high sanity for once. I feel like every time I use that skill it ends up being a tails. Granted, every time I use that skill he's like 12 sanity, but you'd think it would hit heads at least a little bit more frequently than it does. Or at least I'd think. Okay. Please, darn. Would have liked that sanity. Whatever. Really would have liked that sanity. Whatever. Kill one of them, so there's reinforcements. They've all got Clash Power because one of their allies has died. So sad. My mouse is freaking out again. So sad. We can pop. Oh, we can't actually pop either of those. You're going to lose your haste next turn. That's fine. Actually, no, we can just pop that, yeah. No need, no real reason not to. If we, yeah, we gotta do it like this. If we do that then, yeah, that's fine. That's a-okay. Anytime the skill 3 is in the bottom slot, it's as good as done for. You can't reasonably use it unless it's the only thing that's above it is another skill 3, otherwise insight gets messed up. And without skill changing, that won't happen too frequently unless you get some like weird like skill stackage in one slot. Which does happen sometimes, admittedly, but not happening here.
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말
Nice.
강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도
And we're so much stronger since we started our adventure
감회가
together.
새로워요.
So true. So wholesome. You're so slow because you don't have your strider going. So sad. Let's see, you've got snake arm still, you're fine. Or serpent arm, same thing. Oh, you can curse and grave sword. Yeah, that works then. You can't counter, but that'll reach effectively the same heights. Same wuthering heights, as they say. And the heights are wuthering. Which they aren't right now, but they were back in Canto 6. Right now the heights are like... They're not very wuthery around these parts because they're like artificial heights, right? Here in Dagwon. There's no access to like wind or anything since it's all technically inside. It's just got funny panels and stuff to make you think it's outside. Really says a lot about how wuthering these heights are, right? Normal things that make perfect sense. Trust me. Okay, oh, Greg actually won that, huh? Was not expecting him to actually pull through, but he did. Good job, Greg. Last 5, yep. Alright, kill time. It's go time. Everyone's at high sandy, so we're fine, right? Nice. Salu does not get a reuse to kill the second coin, which was to be expected. As soon as I said Salu, I looked at the enemy's HP and I was like, that's not happening in any mirror world. Oh, that's the last one. Cool. All of them dealt with. Nice. Story time? No. Okay. Cool. The heart. Huh. Little ominous. Effective affinities unknown. Okay. Don't like what that entails. It's gonna keep on giving us this. I could just level him up, but I don't really want to level up Lantern Yisong. I kind of like him being level 40 and therefore easier to kill. We're still underground, right? This place sure as heck looks like the outside. What is going on there? An artifice light. Yet one may easily mistake this to be land under a real sun. We should be getting pretty close, but... Yes, someone has beaten us to it. There's a small hill in front of the bridge leading into Tiakon Temple. Ah, they're Sichun's mercenaries. Okay. Small hill of bodies, all of them mangled and broken to the point we couldn't even tell how many of them there were. Oh, these are the Indigo people, or whatever they said. The Ja family warriors. He's got his funny gun sword, just killing all of them. On top of the hill sat Lei Hang. We are in fact fighting him. Oh! Oh, Wei's dead. And the heavily wounded figure in front of him was Wei. We don't ever seem to meet in fine circumstances, do we? As long as Lei Hang doesn't, like, stab him directly through the head or something, he'll be fine, right? What happened? You all slower than molasses in winter. I was just having some fun before y'all decided to show up. I'll tell him, to me, this boy was just gonna bark right here till the ascension. Hullabaloo wrapped up. You know, I was pretty excited about the showdown, given that he's supposed to be this adept of the Haisho pony branch or whatever. Oh, he was horse branch. I don't know what horse is in Chinese. But horse branch, yeah. Without a poison in him, huh? What's he doing here? Our plan was to leave the matter of Lei Hang for Jia Chu to deal with at the battlefield by the front gate of Dagwon. They saw through the strategy. And it seems that Jia Chu sending Zilu alongside us was an insurance for this exact scenario. As if on cue Zilu arrived, she's covered from head to toe in blood, but I could easily guess that the blood wasn't hers. Aha. Yeah, tell me now there's two ways to get in here. One's a secret entrance, sure, but that rabbit hole she crawled through seems mighty narrow to me. Ah, shoot. I know there was a direct passway. It would have taken that instead of going all the way around this gosh darn maze of a palace. Ain't you got no map lying around in here? Would have been embarrassing to get lost at my age. Well, did you all say hello to the boys out there? We sent them on their merry way to the afterlife, so it really was you who set up that ambush. Listen here. Y'all gotta understand that they're still greenhorns, huh? Still got much to learn and all that. I'll give them a stern talking to. I assume you're also here at someone else's behest, right? Whose behest is he at, though? Is it Shuei? Is it Shuei family? Either prevent the hierarchy ascension, or to delay it for as long as possible. Oh. That makes sense, doesn't it? If the goal is to start a war between wings by making this take so long, that would make sense. The Thumb could definitely profit off of that. Well, I was gonna get to that Zichun girl before he went in, but I missed my window. Ain't nothing more to it. Y'all are talking like I showed up to make some big statement or something. Then doesn't that mean your mission's already failed? Nah, girl's gotta head back to the main house and park herself on the throne to wrap up her ascension. Me? I just gotta capture her before all that. So the Haisho won't be mobilized until she physically sits down on the throne. Yep. It gotta be something else in there. Say, the concept of manner is alien to y'all. Right, the Thumb. Ugh, the Thumb. Hate Thumb. Real disrespectful of you to sit there jawing, shooting the breeze with me like I'm one of your buddies. Excuse me, I've got something to ask. Well, alrighty, young Master Bao, you of the Meiji family's got enough clout to talk to my face without making things awkward. Well, yammer on then. Is there a reason you haven't killed Mr. Wei just yet? The setup here makes you think that you'd like for us to negotiate. Negotiate. Negotiating usually on equal grounds, ain't it? Kinda funny of y'all from Limbus Company to call it that. Ah, heck, I guess he ain't wrong. But here's the thing. I ain't got a clue as to how important this son of a gun is to y'all. He's still breathing, that's for sure, but I don't know if he'd be any good for a negotiation. Being a Haisho adept don't mean much if he can't do anything, don't it? Got some weird kind of curse on you or something? Speak. Celia, who's been standing beside us in silence this whole time, suddenly spoke up. What do you want? Her voice was so deep, cavernous, and sincere that we also think that she really was going to give him whatever he wanted in return for Wei. Y'all got a real convincing voice, don't ya? That gets me in the mood, I'll tell you what. Yeah, well, what I want you, you pesky rabbit. And she's got some ties to the pinky, I assume? Don't tell me you want Zilu to die for... Ah, of course not. I ain't that shameless. Then... let me cut you up. Just one slice. Don't matter what comes next. Bite it, don't bite it, fight me, don't matter. Take a single cut from my blade and I'll hand over the feller. I don't trust you, but at the same time, like... I don't know. Ah, come on, girl. Don't just look at me like that. You know how this is. I've been in this business long enough to know, huh? Know something about the pinky? Fair fights, duels, love 'em. Would love nothing more than to do 'em. But the things being what they are, it's a no-can-do kind of situation. We're both hired guns, ain't we? You know we gotta do what we gotta do. You see, honey bunny, ain't so sure I like my odds going up against a direct counter. You haven't changed. That's so. More Ryoshu lore time, question mark? He'll cut you in half. Guaranteed. Kind of reminds me of the story of Gawain and the Green Knight, right? It's like, oh, just one cut through it, and he cuts him, and then he, like, lives, and then he's like, okay, now I get one cut in return, and then... yeah, it's like a test of courage, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Maybe you want to kill her, huh? Doesn't your tongue ever get tired of being a part of you? And you're one of the students learning stuff from Jachu? Or y'all been... heard tell y'all been using some kind of strange technique from out yonder. Shin, was it? Yeah. Use some energy protection technique, right? Apparently you'll become tough as augments, they say. We still don't really have a good idea exactly what Shin indicates, but we know it's, like, tied to, like shimmering and the like, right? And, like, the weird, like, rings of light certain weapons get, stuff like Virgilius has it, stuff like, I think some of like the purple tier like disciples seem to have it, like lion-like stuff like that. Maybe some other random things. I don't remember. And you'll remember the chin or whatever, to strength to make light rings around your body parts or weapons, and that's supposed to be Mang, am I right? Yep. Stuff that really hasn't been talked about. I don't think it's been mentioned at all, other than like certain passives and stuff, so if I right. I've been trying to learn how the thing works. We only have an opportunity to test it out. Pretty sure I can make one Mang by now. I want to see you try your own against mine, see? Lei Hang looked at Zilu with a grin. Ugh. We don't know Zilu. We've barely even acquaintances. There's no way she'd risk her life for people who are essentially strangers. And what about Wei? Do they even know each other? I seriously doubt he's as close to her as he is to us. And it might sound cold, but we're not really that close to Wei either. Can't bring ourselves to ask her to risk her life like that. He's probably not kidding either. Lei Hang's surrounded by at least a few dozen bodies, but there's not even a scratch on him. Ugh. Wei struggles to sleep through labored breaths, but his eyes tell me he's already accepted his fate. I only need my lady to be safe. This catastrophe was entirely my fault. If I'd paid more attention to our surroundings. She won't have anyone when I'm gone. Please, keep her safe. Instead of begging for his life, Wei asked for us to look for Jia Zichun instead. And as he's always done, is Wei... Zilu looks at Honglu. Important to you. Truth be told, Wei probably isn't all that important to Honglu. But Wei is important to Zichun, and, therefore it would be an act of kindness to spare his life, right? Wei was Jia Zichun's loyal follower, and that was pretty much it. Honglu said he hasn't interacted much with him back in Daguan Yan either. But I imagine that Honglu would probably rather not see the people he cares about shed any more tears. He'd seen more than enough of that since the annihilation of the Kong family. And that goes for us, too. Can we really cut him off, just like that? We hadn't talked to him very much, but we'd spent a pretty significant amount of time together, and quietly we'd grown to care more about him. We'd learned more about who he was, about the kind of person his master, Jia Zichun, was. Whenever we ran into them in all kinds of odd places, we were happy to meet them, and we really wanted them to do well. We didn't want either of them to die, and they were the first allies we'd ever made of our own volition, no matter how short-lived that alliance was. If we let him kill Wei here, we'd be adding another regret to our pasts, knowing that we'd let someone down again. And reminded every time we meet Saw and see her subtle yet noticeable sadness. Oh. We'll blame ourselves, we'll resent our weakness, we won't stop thinking about how we could have prevented this if we were stronger. We've died and killed countless times on our journey here, but death is the kind of force that swoops in our moments of detection to remind us that we can never get used to it. Speak. I know we can't save everyone. We've seen enough deaths of our friends, allies, and those who could have been friends to know that. There wasn't any reason Wei should be special. I wasn't making some promise to myself to never let anyone ever even remotely close to us die again either. But Honglu, I want Mr. Wei to live. And I don't want Zichun to be sad when we meet again. I know you don't have any reason to listen to me, Zilu, but... Okay. So you didn't even let Honglu finish. She strode up to Lei Hang. Okay. Cut me down. Cha Chi Hu. Tiantue Star, the Winged Tiger. Huh. There he is. Very well. Mei Zeilon. Tianju Star, the Unrestrained. Wait, what are you? Flame bursts forth, the wreathing Lei Hang's intimidating Podao, then rises into a raging pillar of fire where a single ring of light materializes around it. On the other hand, a warm, comforting light, presumably the same light Lei Hang mentioned earlier, began to radiate and shimmer from Zilu's body. I am Lei Hang, capo of the thumb, one of the 10 blades of the east. I will now cut you down with all my might. Do you intend to cut me with your tongue? Oh boy. Crazy sword he's got there. And as though on cue, Lei Hang slashes Zilu's unmoving body with a diagonal cut. Oh! The sheer wind pressure and the heat from the slash, it was powerful enough to push some of us back. But Zilu was still standing, silently as she had been. Hot diggity! No, I wasn't going for the head, but it's a miracle you'll manage to survive that hit. Yeah, Shin. That Shin thingamajig's one mighty sturdy thing, ain't it? My hand's all tingly. It's very funny to see that sword in action, though. Full-on, like, fire jet stuff going on from him. Well, still ain't quite invincibility, is it? You're barely hanging on, ain't ya? Blood burst from Zilu the moment Lei Hang asked, and... Miss Zilu! Honglu ran up to Zilu to stop her fall. Miss Zilu, why did you... Because it sufficed. The reply that you did not wish to see the one you care deeply for. Sad. Zilu continues resolutely despite the gushing blood. And that is the true humanity that I have learned. My path of justice. My humanity. I'll leave the rest to you, Cluck. This woman, who I have not even exchanged a single word with, calls me a friendly nickname. When her own life's on the line. Hoo-wee! Finally got that annoying bunny out of the way. Alrighty, I've made my word and she knows it. That's why she let me cut her up so good. That's nice, at least. With that, Lei Hang kicked way in our direction. Take him. 3-4 months of recovery and he should be back on his feet. You can also, like, bolus him up, I'm sure, right? Life insurance? Well, if you survive me today, that is. You're gonna take the young master and get that door open, ain't ya? Well, then. Lei Hang begins walking in our direction, cracking his neck. Y'all ready to go around? Should be able to wrap this up by the time they're done with this ritual thing. Come on. Let's dance. Oh boy. And dance we shall. Funny burn, man. Very cool background, that's for sure. Let's see, what's he doing? What's this supposed to be? Severing slash. This target slash resistance counts as weak. Does not activate targets with higher slash resistance. Oh. Expires it. So it expires at turn end. So he gets it at a certain conditional, but it means that we're all effectively slash weak. That's a scary effect. No ammo though, so he's got something else going on here. What's it gonna be? Passives. Okay, reset to SP 0, does not change. Do less damage from burn, bleed, tremor, rupture, and sinking. Okay. How does that work exactly? Because tremor doesn't deal damage. Reverberation deals sloth damage. It doesn't do tremor damage. Does this work on everything? Does it work on Dark Flame and the like too? Does it work on all the death rates too? I don't know. I guess it counts as like unique stuff of that for the death rates, but it's not doing rupture damage. It's doing like whatever. If it's messes with the sinking, sinking wouldn't normally do damage. Whatever. I'm focusing too much. Entire mark round, max 6. I'm not having it. Doesn't have the signs. Burn stuff doesn't activate. Okay, so you need ammo to get burn. It's kind of similar to how Full Stop Honglu needs ammo just to get poise stuff going and debuffs and the like. And Clash Flick Tremor count. And encounters on the turn started to gain new power, gain severing slash heal 5 every time to missing HP on self. Okay, flick one break and target the most damage to this unit next turn. Clash power -5. Okay, and you've got 6 skills you each turn, right? So the pride you just really need to not clash. This defense skill take less damage from Lei Hang. Okay, so you just want to defend against him. Clash against Lei Hang when it's gain 3 the least number of resources. Okay, so if you can still win a clash, it's nice, but it's -5 clash power, so you're gonna need egos for that. If the target is stagger, all you have to do is speed and lose attack renown. Defeated, attack the effects once more. Ooh. Gotta really make sure it doesn't take down the prey then. Something unknown. Seems like just generic-y stuff that's not too important to look at. And if you've done a less and reload target regard and gain new pattern next turn. You've got so many passives. Okay, whatever. We've got you to deal with now. No observation log as expected. Level 83 and you don't have a status effect reducing your power. Oh god. Okay, you've got low rolls to make up for it, I think, but look at how much damage this... plus 700 damage from this, like, 3 + 2, 3 coiner. God, we need to be very careful here. Oh, Ryoshu exclusive. Ryoshu's got something for this fight. And Honglu does too? Honglu uses skill attacking 2 additional resources skills maybe once per turn. Okay. Ryoshu, deal more damage against Lei Hang, max depending on the current turn count. Alright. Enough reading, we gotta deal with this guy now. Don't we? You can't clash anything. Everyone else can clash something, though. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Hopeless across the board with your skill 2. What is going on here? This doesn't feel... struggling with their... I do not know. Yeah, what do we do? Is he supposed to have a status effect that reduces his level or something? Because it really feels like he probably should. Yeah, Yeah, because we're not winning any of these. Like, not at all. It said we need to give you 90% HP to change your pattern, right? Yeah. Even power, this is nothing. Okay. I've got no clue what to do here. This just seems really bad across the board, not gonna lie. Yeah, like, what do I do? He just kills us. We don't win anything. We can't ego yet. I don't really want a Superbia now, because I'd rather save that for a bigger fight. We can get a neutral off with Serpent to your arm against your weaker attack. Okay. I guess we take what we can get, right? You can't do anything, yeah. You counter one of these. That does 170 damage to you. Do you think we can evade something? Actually, evasion could work. Yeah, that works, maybe. Power counter, that's not working. This evasion could work, though? Okay, yeah, we need to rely on these evasions to do much of anything, it seems. Oh, boy. Yeah. I assume this is, Okay, well, we hit something there. That's better than nothing. You're not staggered immediately. Okay, immediate tails. Yeah, I don't... Okay, we keep on getting tails in the evades, reducing our chance of being able to do anything funny with that. You're not dead yet, at least. That's nice. Okay, what is this? Shoot, you sure this is everything y'all got? Yeah, I do not think this is everything I've got. Okay. Good to know this is a gimmick. He's overwhelmingly powerful. This is the cap of the thumb, and one of the 10 blades of the east. It's very weird, because I could immediately tell it wasn't like a force lose fight because of the fact he had like 12 gimmicks going on, right? They wouldn't do that for a fight that just instantly ends. I don't think they would, at least. But so there's going to be something that happens here. So this is a cap of the thumb, and one of the 10 blades of the east. I had to admit it. We simply don't have the power to defeat him yet, especially with him coming at us with the intent to kill. That sword. Just as enticing as always. Is Ryoshi going to unsheath here? I think back to our previous battles. Don Quixote of La Mancha Land. He was an undeniably more powerful foe than Lei Hang. There's a significant gulf of power between the two, I can sense it. But we're struggling against him so much more. Because unlike Don Quixote, this guy's actually trying to kill us. Yeah, that's the thing. Most of the powerful people we've gone against haven't been trying to kill us that bad, right? Stuff like Judju. His jocular demeanor seems to imply that to him, this is just another way of work, but he's got no intention of toying with us. He's going for the kill. Didn't know that could make this much of a difference. There is so much that separated him from the rest of us. His sheer physical strength, experience, and skill. Not to mention the powerful armor and the apparently famous weapon. All that combined into one became a wall that stood between us and our goal. At least, if we can somehow fight on equal ground. Dante, what should we try next? Are we gonna Superbia, or not Superbia, are we going to, Sapling of Light now? Could be, right? Because it's not like it's necessarily going to be at the very end. Hung was asking him with slightly exhausted voice, but he's smiling still. That's strange. Hung has never been the first one to ask the question or share his opinions with the rest of us. He'd replied to others' questions or shared a few detached observations when we were at an impasse, but Hung Lu. It's probably a bad time to ask him this, but I had a burning question that needed to be answered. Why did you ask that? I mean, what I'm asking is, whatever I'm throwing at him doesn't seem to be working, and while I can keep bringing you guys back, I think I know what you mean. But I don't really know why I asked. That was an odd thing to say, but Hong's expression did not seem confused or complicated at all. His eyes carried that sense of freedom of someone looking far off in the distant horizon. I felt the window opened slightly ajar in a dark, stuffy room. Muffled noises have finally found a place to go, and a pleasant breeze has drifted through my room.
바람이 어느새 그 바람이
And it carried me away to someplace else, little by little. His eyes focus on me. Maybe that wind is why I became curious to your thoughts, and why I asked you about them, Dante.
물어보고 싶어진 것.
But I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what more I can do to get past this monster.
단테님,
Dante,
제게 이번 일을
when you said you
어떻게
wanted me to
하게
make this
만든
decision,
건데.
did you expect that it would be this difficult? No, I didn't. Not like this. It shows Dante looking around. That's silly.
그렇다면
Then, do you think that this task would be nothing more than a breeze? Of course not.
하지만
But you gave me a
제게
chance to
선택의
choose for
기회를
myself
맡겨주셨죠.
anyway. That's because I had faith that it was the right thing to do.
이미 아시는 거죠?
You already know, don't you? I didn't have a clue as to what Honglu was going to do, but I believe that his choice would be correct. That's why he,
단테님이
even if you feel lost, even if you're not sure of our options now, Dante,
저는
I have faith that you'll be able to
분명 또
find
다른
a
방법을
different path.
떠올리실 거라.
That's what the gentle breeze whispered to me as it tickled my back.
그쪽
That's why Honglu trusted me. Very well. Then. Yep, there we go. It's... which one's gonna be? Under mercy, all shall be made equal. Morositas. Morositas. Gloom. Under mercy, all shall be made equal. Huh? What in darnation? Is it a debuffer? Abandon a contract with me. The Cinder's strength were all raised up or dragged down to a similar level, despite the disparity before that. If we're in an unfair fight, all we need to do is level the playing field. Ha! No darn clue what just happened, but you sure are keeping this interesting. Some kind of trick to bring me down to y'all's level, huh? That's mighty unfair, though when the going gets tough, I get you gotta do what you gotta do. Alrighty then, let's keep this rolling. So,
그래서
have you decided what you want to do, Dante? Yeah. Time for round 2. Okay. Morositas is triggered, which... So the offense is the average of all units values. Oh. For 3 turns! Oh, this is... funny. All units offense equals the average of all units values, factoring in all your allies, all your enemies. So the average level thing actually like seems to add up to something here. I don't think anyone could have ever expected this to be what Chesed does. Really? So I'm muting the music a little bit. Okay, you got the prey mark. We gotta be careful about you. But yeah, now he's... It says he's 83, but like if I look at some of this stuff... Chesed's Mercy. This is... Is it a special one? Yeah, okay. First time these infectious mercy lasts for the duration of the encounter. Okay. After all units gain 3 offense levels and 6 defense levels. Okay. Where does it show this? I don't like how that doesn't show it. I guess it'll show it here, right? Yeah, okay. 64, 66, 61. Okay, yeah, that's some high level stuff. Alright. Now it's time to win some clashes. Play games. You should not clash whatsoever, I don't think. I'd rather you not. You need to clash whatsoever, because we can't redirect everything. Alright, that's fine. We defend with you, then. It would just have you, like, pop like this against, whatever one we want to do. Oh, wait, you're not prioritizing. Oh. Wait, I thought you were... Did it not say he prioritizes prey mark or something? I thought he did. I guess not. Well, do we get a benefits for this, right? If we... Yeah, we get a Rego resources. Okay, I think you're better off just not bothering, right? I think that'll probably work better. I don't like how the music is muted. It's weird. Kind of wish I was able to hear what was going on, but oh well. Okay, this is -5 clash power. It still seems like it's decent, though. Maybe I shouldn't be risking it. Maybe I'm fine. Who knows? You're dealing with that one. You're dealing with that. Okay, yeah. We can have you redirect away. Which one have I not done with? That one? Okay, yeah, cool. You get that going. Yeah, well, that probably works decently. We should be able to get some of our funnies going. We might get hit a decent bit by some of these. Funny. Leitmotif. Yeah, okay, we're... we were kind of chilling for a little bit there. That's not good. Whatever, you didn't get staggered, so it's fine. It was worth it. We still pull through, and we get some sanity back for the prey mark being like this. Okay, cool. Oh? Can make it worth my bullet fees. And he hits a little animation. Is this the phase 2 that it was talking about? He's got ammo now, so I think so. Let's see. 80% less, gain a new pattern next turn. Okay. Tangle Cleaver every third turn, plus 10 minute max speed when you use a skill. Start turn, gain 20 of inner strength. One stack with every clash. Okay, so he's gonna do something every few turns. That's not gonna happen this turn though, because it says speed's gonna be locked when that happens. Okay, first turn, so you can clash with speed regardless of speed. Oh, I love seeing that on skills like this. This is a very nice effect to have. I wish I could click on it and actually look. Let's see, spend it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Who can handle that well? Oh yeah, right, everyone's weak to slash. So I was gonna look at slash resistances, not how this works. I mean, Gregor is gluttony resistant because of like a domain. So Sinclair thanks to branch of knowledge. Could just have one of them tank it. I don't know. Don't really want someone who's gluttony weak to tank it, because that would be rough. Could we actually power guard this? Maybe. This is kind of risky, though. It's risky. Yeah, here's neutral sanity. Who else is decent, then? We'd have you counter this, actually. Like, it would work decently, all things considered, because we get how much shield do you have? How much courier trunk are you at? You get 12% of your HP as shield. That should be a decent bit. You'll get amplitude conversioned up, though. Yeah, I don't know if that's good. I could try clashing it normally. I could ego it, actually. I don't really want to get branch of knowledge up, though. Don't really want to get you up. We could just have you deal with this, then. Yeah, sure, you can get hit a bit. You'll be fine. Catchable counter. You got reload. Okay. You know, Savage... Reload tactical instead. What does reload tactical entail? Is it reload with special benefits? Restores units ammo to its maximum capacity, does not discard any remaining ammo. So, what's the difference? Does not discard any remaining ammo, but assumably it's still capped at its max, right? What is it? Well, I guess let's see. I guess it maybe it's sort of side around, right? Same ways it does, yeah. Load ammo and remaining ammo respectively. Okay. Load ammo and so yeah, it'll mess with that instead, sure. I understand that enough. Let's see, you can't do anything once again this turn. You're sure doing your best, Gregor. You could clash that one if you wanted to. I don't want you to. I really don't. That does not seem like a beneficial play, like whatsoever, like at all, like whatsoever, like not in the slightest, like whatsoever, etc. This means you'll have to deal with this though. Nah. Let's just not. I think Gregor already has Sermon Arms, so he doesn't actually get any benefits for doing that, but he doesn't have to deal with the power counter. And I think it's just not worth dealing with, especially because if we deal with it, he gets a reload off. Gotta keep that in mind. Not that it matters too much now, I don't think, but it might matter in the future when he gets his Savage Tiger mark going. Okay, that's fine. Mur actually lost his only stagger threshold stuff in the first phase. That's good to know. It's actually optimal taking the Jam Impossible in first phase, so you lose stagger thresholds. Very good to know. But like, no, this power is really stupid for stuff like, if you go back to like previous Canto, like fight like Don Quixote, like he's level, is he level 100? I think Don Quixote might be level 100, right? I don't remember, he might be 90. It's hard to say for sure. 90 might have been like Dulcinea or something. Whatever it was. But like, he's still like level 100. He'll still get like the minus 40, 50, whatever it is. I think it's minus 40, 90. Whatever it is. But he'll still get that on top of being average levels with you. So it means he gets like nerfed like super hard. Which is quite silly. Salut. Cursor Butcher Blade's nice. You're gonna need to get that going again. Actually, we can do that this turn. Yeah, that'll work. Can you clash anything this turn? You can clash that one. You don't really want to. You have Praise Mark again, huh? Well, you can be... Krager can't clash anything again. Alright. You can't clash anything this turn. This is mean. Undeniably quite mean. We'll have you deal with that then, I think. That'll work out. You can't clash anything. Speed moment. What's your speed range even? It's 2 to 4, okay. We're just a little unlucky this turn, I think. Let's think this through a little bit more then. We can... Actually, we should probably... Now, we can redirect that with whatever, right? So, first and foremost, deal with these ones, because they're problems. You can deal with whatever. You can actually clash that one. Okay, clash that one, then. Have you... try... You can't do anything this turn, no. We have you try this, I guess. Yeah, we just gotta do this. Who's this hitting? You, that's fine. You don't have your funny status effect because it's not a new phase. You only gain that for the like phase changes, the one that makes him do like effectively like weak slash damage. We're getting our sanity up bit by bit though, and that's what matters. You don't have any ammo right now, and I'm pretty sure I play this in such a way where your counter doesn't get any usage, so that's good. Do not get your ammo back so easily. But I assume next turn is 4th turn, so you're going to use your funny alternate phase thing, and we're going to figure out how that works. You've got like 25 of some status effect, and that'll be used. Okay, that's fine. Bit of burn. As long as we make sure no one gets hit by too much burn, because we don't have any reasonable way to get rid of burn, right? So we need to make sure that no one who has high burn count gets hit by anything with too high burn potency. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a world of hurt. Land of Illusion. Okay, let's see, how does this work? So, Inner Strength, the maximum conservative student skills turn into the LSB equal to the stack consumed by the end of the turn. Gain 1 stack with every clash. A clash lose a stack scan from said clash. Gain 2 stack when hitting an opposed target. Turn end. Gain haste based on total stack. 1 haste per turn if it's max 2. Gain different buff when using percent pattern. Just stack consume 0. Okay, sure. Oh, there's so much text for this one. Prizes with clay can clash regardless of speed. Consume Inner Strength. If the unit consumed 10 plus stack, gain attack weight, 25, final power up. Savage tactical, spend all tiger mark round. Okay. I don't really feel like there's much to say about this. It's a high roller, we just need to hit it with something that can outroll it. Does this end turn? Is it one of those or no? It isn't, okay. We'll gain some attack weight, that's fine. We should be able to handle it. Do we pop that on you this turn? Oh yeah, you're out. Okay, yeah, pop that on you. We're not gonna actually clash with it, but I'd like to get it rolling. You have 2, you're fine. You're 2 insight. I messed your insight up, didn't I? That's annoying. Oh well. A bunch of random stuff. Don't bother with your strong skill this turn. What do we do for egos? Do we like leg or domain? Just so you get the paralysis so you don't get your tiny little benefit from rolling heads? That's a favorite. No. We could actually... I don't want to do that with you, though. We could Sun Shower, get the poise going on you. It's not useful whatsoever. What can we spam easily? Most stuff's, like, fine. Yeah, we just pop Sun Shower, I think. That'll work. Because it's a high min roll, so we're just guaranteed to pull through with it, right? And we get the poise going, so we can get poise to hang on you, but that doesn't help whatsoever because we don't have any poise damage increases, so like it's just a 20% every occasional, like infrequently. Oh, you're hitting the prey mark person with this, that's fine. Weak sauce? It's more like you're firing me up. Good to hear, pal.
주군께서는 사소한
Stacking
실수로
some sinking on you, I
착각지
guess. Sure.
너무 긴장하지 말고 임하게.
Okay. I forgot it would be a tiny little text line. Whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter. We don't, like, actively lose anything, I don't think. We're gonna mess up your insight purposely, just so we can make sure that we can get your insight actually up to where it needs to be. We can actually clash with a bunch of people here. Finally, Gregor can get his sanity up. It's what we've all been waiting for. After it's been 3,000 years, he can finally get sanity. We can pop that. Does this beat the power counter? Yeah. If we do that first thing, then the reload doesn't actually do anything for you, so might as well. Oh, never mind. We lose those. Whatever. That does, like, no damage. I don't think you do. I mean, it's building up a little bit of burn, but not enough for me to be too concerned yet, I don't think. Nice. Some sanity on you, too. And you should be fine to take the hit, mainly just because you don't have that stagger bar right there. What's that status effect? Is that a new status effect? I think he's got a new status effect on him, or it's something else? I can't tell what that, like, little sword status effect is, because it's not the one that changes our physical weaknesses to stagger, to be worse. I'm pretty sure it's not, right? How high is his trunk at? I should probably pop his ego, just so I can get that building up. I need resources for that, though. I think I need lust and stuff, right? Lust, 2 pride on top of the 6 gluttony. Maybe pop Honglu ego soon, just so we can get that timer going for the funnies. What was that status effect he had there for a second? He had like a little sword sound status effect, and it wasn't the... Oh, it's overheat. Use powerful effect. Okay, so after Tangle Cleaver, he gains overheat next turn, equal to the number of times the skills were used. Gain Clash Fire down and Fragile equal to stack. Okay, so the turn after he uses his strong attacks, he takes more damage for a bit. That works. That is fairly comprehensible. Okay, we can pop the Vav with you. Get this going. And we can also get this going, actually. You know what, why not? Yeah, this doesn't prompt any result, but luckily we can live with that. Yes, we actually can this time. Nice. Never mind. That's annoying. We'll have to let one-sided go through. We can let this go through or something. Sinclair's gonna die soon, right? That's the thing. So we're fine with him being attacked. He can't die yet. You get that going? Yeah, our stacks are looking fine for stuff. You need to get this off again. You'll get it next turn. We can live a turn without it, I think. Actually, I kind of want to not have to live a turn without it. Thinking about it a little bit more, a wee bit more. That's a bad clash. Whatever. Oh, you're prey marked. That's fine. This works. Darn. Whatever, you don't get staggered or anything, so he doesn't get his funny benefits. You are a wee bit low, but you know, it happens. It happens. We get our Tears of the Tarnished up here, so we can start building this. Was it Glutton Absorez or Gluttony Resonance overall? I actually didn't see for sure. Whatever it is, we get some stacks of it up. It should be enough so, like, next time we pop, we get at least one of, like, the coin power-up conditionals, because it's every 6 is 1. And you're getting hit a bit here, so that should work out too. Yeah, 5. Okay, you're set. So you get hit by these 3, and you're gonna get one-sided a bit too. Yeah. Okay, 7 HP. He dies to burn, but he gets saved, but will he die the same turn, I wonder? I actually don't know how that's gonna add up. Because if he dies to end of turn effects, does he live till the next turn, or does he effectively, like, not get it whatsoever? I accept this deserved punishment. And stabbed he gets. So now that's going to start building up. Okay, Honglu just straight up dies. That's fine. What did you just say? I didn't see what he said. Whatever, he's going for another Tangle Cleaver. He's about to get staggered. We know we just want to pop, like, one skill this turn, though. It's kind of annoying to have a fight like this when we've got, like, so many people whose main gimmicks are, like, they need to maintain funny status effects. But it does mean we can get away with, like, you guys just, like, going for this turn. And, like, we just need to... We can just, like, Curse Rate Butcher Blade this. That doesn't win. What do we do, then? We ego... What egos do we have? We can regret this, actually. Oh, that's nice. Get that going. Yeah, get that ball rolling. That'll work wonders. Roll the wonders. Okay, cool. I always forget to get regret off early, I feel like. I'm bad with ego passives in general. Okay, he gets staggered by that. Does he unstagger himself? He might. Okay, but this is a good turn to have him staggered for, because he's got Savage Tiger now, but he's got 2 of these, so he's got 2 fragile, so we can hit him for a lot, I think. Right? Do a lot of damage, hopefully. That's a hope, at least. Can we pop the skill 2? And skill 3 next turn with you? Whatever. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Looks solid enough. Nothing, like, super crazy going on this turn. I do also notice that, Ryu's just gonna get staggered by burn next turn, so that's annoying. Alright, your stuff becomes unbreakables. That's so weird to see on Unbreakable Unveil. Tarnished Blood Gaming. Honglu's life is now on a timer. Oh, good damage from you. Nice. Love when her poise gets built up decently. Also, because her poise is so high, her skill 2 gets the reuse now, which is very good. Yeah, staggered by burn, that's fine. Your burn's going to be a continued issue. We need to make sure you don't have to worry too much from that. Where is your skill 3? I would really like your skill 3. It doesn't matter because you're going to die in a little bit. Does he have a new passive? Yeah, I think there's still, like, one thing we haven't seen. Oh, okay, it's... Okay, yeah, this is what he gained a Savage Tyrant round. Summon 2 rigid to the thumb units next turn, have them display the unit of Savage Tyrant thumb. Okay, that's going to be when he gets below 40 or 60%, so... So that should happen... Did we skip this? This should have happened. Did by stagger him we skip that, or will it, like, is it just delayed? Probably, like, delayed. Third time, get new pattern, replaces Tame Cleaver, Savage Tiger, Savage 630, Fist 15, which unit skill. Gets more stuff. Okay, sure. Your inner strength is very low, because you are very weak, and you lack aura. Truth Nuke. Dimension Shredder. Get this going. I think it's about time we start to rupture him up a wee bit. Kind of been, sparing his life so far. Enough of that, methinks. I say that as if, like, I can do much of anything this turn. Not really. You're, like, doing poorly, but you don't have a real reason to be doing poorly. Does Haisho mutation work here? Not really. Okay. This turn's a little bit dire. We can have you try doing something like that. I'm starting to think maybe don't try that. Pop this on you, that's fine. It's risky, but I think we need to take some risks this turn. Take that. You're getting hit by that, that's fine. I'd like to deal with that, but is it going for you? Do we let you die? Yes, I want to say so. I think that'd be worthwhile. I'm gonna have to deal with that, though. Okay, what if we Chains of Others you on that? And we partial Haisho mutation, like something like that, just to actually trigger it? Yeah, sure, try that. Oh, we actually won with that. Oh, nice. I wasn't expecting to win with that because the forecast wasn't saying it was too high of odds of succeeding. But we pulled through, cool. Okay, Chains of Others, just weaken you next turn. This should be good. Chains of Others are so good. I feel like I haven't really used Remain Story stuff in a while, but I mean, it's... How can you not love it? Okay, Okay, one of our coins got broken, but that's fine. We pull through. You hit us a wee bit, but that's fine. I love Honglu with just the big spear stabbed through him. It's so funny looking. Okay, okay, that was close. I appreciate the effort. And this works well for us. Wait, we won? Oh. I was expecting to lose that. I forgot about the fact that's actually a decent roll, especially when he's neutral Sandy, so Sandy's bad. And by decent, I mean 17, right? What's this? Manageable so far? I'd say it's manageable. You're doing a lot of stuff. Okay, that barely didn't stagger. Do you have enough Fern to get staggered, though? No, you didn't get staggered. Dressing big on y'all. There's it's very big. Okay. Savage Tiger is Perfected Fury of Blades. Okay, Predators of clearly whatever. 3+3. Reload. Yeah, okay. I think this is a Dim Shredder you moment. Certified Dim Shredder moment. And then we just pop a bunch of garbage here. We can have you to pop your defensive skills once again, just because we can actually trigger the effects of those, thanks to how they work. Okay, cool. Otherwise, nothing else actually goes off this turn, right? We're guaranteed to win this clash. Nice. Honglu's able to take it. We ball. Yeah, I think by staggering him, we straight up skip the turn where he summons, like, allied units to give him his funny ammo, I think? It's hard to tell for sure, but that seemed to be the case. Oh, you killed Honglu, you fool. Thou art a fool. Actually, if it instantly ends the turn, does it not go through? Or does it go through next turn? Because they're saying turn end. Okay, it goes through next turn then. That's how it works. Okay, Honglu. Change the world. The only way you know how. By brutally killing this man. I mean, we've seen everything by now, yeah. Cool. Serpent Shear, is there sanity bad? Why is it? Oh, it is. Okay. I was gonna say, why is that clash not good? It's because it's bad. Whatever. You're fine for now. Next turnish, though. You need yours, but you're also kind of... Oh, you've got this. That works then. This is fine, right? It doesn't gain attack later or anything like this. You can't die still, right? And I think it said if it was supposed to trigger previous turn, it triggers this turn whenever you... Oh, you can't clash any of those. Oh, you can actually win that. Alright. I think it said whenever you would use your skills when you triggered under these circumstances, right? Under the circumstance of it being delayed by a turn. Something along those lines. So we'll get to see the funny ego in its full. I love getting these real gimmicky Vovs. They're very cool, that's for sure. Oh, that did 200 damage, nice. We love Poise single coin skill 3s, since they're actually good compared to most. Okay, you're trying your best here to kill Honglu, but you cannot. That's a lot of sacrifice on Honglu, but he does not care. Because, here's the Tarnished Blood. Sandy's bad, that's fine. Kill him. $91 damage. Okay, whatever, it happens. He healed a bit, huh? I assume he still dies at turn end, right? That's how it works? Yeah, it's... You die to burn, whatever. We win these? We win those, whatever. I don't know how he keeps on winning these. He's meant to die, but he just... It does too well, I guess. The level balancing. Oh, it's because his level's been increased from 40, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, there's Murdered. Oh, that doesn't kill Honglu. Oh. Huh. It's not once per encounter. The Tarnished Blood is once per encounter, but that's fine. We could pop it again. Whatever. We need to just kill this guy, I think. These guys, 5 fragility. Okay. Sandy's not great overall around these parts. You're just defending. If the unit survives, give 6 savage time around to lay hang, turn and escape battle. You've got 200 HP. I know you've got that fragile, but like... I don't know how much that's gonna actually, like, do for us, right? You're gonna get a bunch of Savage Tiger Mark rounds, yeah, but... I'd rather just hit him a bunch, honestly. Can we pop another one of these? Will it work again? I don't see anything saying it's once per battle in the actual, like, Fun Evolve moments, right? Flare-Bearing Wedge, yeah. It says Tarnished Blood is once per encounter, but we can live without that, right? You won't do as much damage, you won't gain the attack weight or like the base power or any of that sort of stuff. Oh, wait, it's Dim Shredder. I forgot about Dim Shredder. Yeah, wait. No, it's supposed to kill him, but Dim Shredder revive saves him. That's crazy. Well, we paused this here because you die to burn damage otherwise. Cool. Hopeless, not great. Hopeless, not great. Sanity's a bit rough right now. Not gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of things aren't really great right now. Not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, we don't win many clashes at all around these parts, it seems. So we see what we can ego up a bit, right? Sanger to Sancho, that's not great. Sacrifice's good, though. We can pop that against this one. You should be able to tank that fine. Do we risk it, or do we pop your other? I kind of want to risk it, yeah. You'll get some funny stuff, right? How high is this rolling? Good enough to maybe deal with one of these? It says not, but, like, I'll try it. You can pop, like, against this one. Who's this going for? Oh, it's going for you. Kind of want to not have it go for you. Shame this can't redirect away just for the sake of redirecting away. Was there anything actually... I'm gonna unselect everything, just see if anything was going for Hong Lu. No, darn. Whatever. That's fine, then. We can live with that. So we pop this on you. Actually, if we do it like this, and it's... Who's this other one going for? This one's going for... Oh, that's fine. We can let Yusang be beaten up a bit. Yeah, okay, cool. This works. This is an acceptable outcome, I think. Try this. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a tie. Oh, that was only at one head, so yeah, okay. A bit rough. You're not staggered quite yet, though. We get our tears for the Tarnished Blood up, so we've gotten it off again, which is interesting, because I really don't feel like this is how it should function, but it's how it does function. So I'll take it, I guess. I don't know. I should not have used that there whatsoever. What was I thinking? It's a 3-coiner. Whatever. We won. If we got a single tails there, we would have lost, and we were at 20 sanity, so... no wonder that was not a good clash to go for whatsoever. Also, Pierce endured. That's fine. We get the healing on Dawn, I guess. That's nice. The more we can tank, the better. We're also not bothering with his minions whatsoever because we don't really have anything good for it, so... yeah. Chart your own path. I didn't even think about the fact we're probably getting a new Hong Lu Ego voice line, aren't we? Completely for like hasn't like thought, and I've been thinking about like new melee song, new pass on, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get one of those too. Eyes up here, boys. Yeah, you can take that fine, thanks to being Zai Ishmael. Okay, you fool. You didn't kill him yet, though. Okay, reduce damage taken a little bit. Okay, cool. Oh, now you kill him, though. You fool. Thou art a fool. Okay, Honglu died, so he should get his thing off now. What if we do it like this, though? We cannot do something stupid. Oh, you actually outspeed. Sure. What do we pop here? Do we pop Holiday? Just so we can actually get some sanity off? That's actually probably the best move. Yeah. I think we pop Holiday just so we can get some sanity up for the people that aren't particularly great sanity right now. And we just kind of hope that Honglu doesn't, like, implode or something. This turn, that he gets it off next turn after instead? I don't know. We try. All day. Next turn we can try and wallop you to death, though. That's the hope, at least. Because you should have, like... You should be getting, like, what, 5 fragile a turn next turn? Okay, not nice. Okay, Honglu's still alive, though. That's what matters. Okay, this is not great overall. This works, though. Your speed is high right now. Oof. Okay, let's see what we can get off. If we can get off, if we can get off an early Legger Domain, that could be good. We'd have to put Legger Domain on that. That works. I really want to get that Legger Domain off. Anything that's going for Honglu, we don't need to worry about too much. Not a lot going for Honglu, though. So Honglu's being went for those two. Okay. So we try something like... Okay, you can't clash anything. Darn. You're pretty dead, then. You can clash that one. Well, let's see how strong you are exactly, because I really don't know. Dawn's dead. This is not good. I don't think I really want to one-side carelessly as well, because that would be bad. Do you win that? And this goes for it. Okay. Wait. Do I want to do that with you? Oh, yes, I want to do that with you. Oh, God, don't mess that up. Okay, cool. Okay, we get our Unveil off. We do some damage with this, and we also get our Ego off, which should be nice. Twice. Yeah, it's annoying that this guy resists Pierce. But it's fine. It's probably not the best fight to be using this, and probably using all this, like, Vavi Ego Funnies has probably only been, like, a net negative for me. Because Honglu would have just been, like, living perfectly fine otherwise, right? Something like that. Okay, it did the better damage this time, though. I think the Rupture was adding up a little bit better this time around. Also, I think we just got better rolls, yeah. Definitely. 32 Sandy. We were, like, neutral Sandy last time around. He didn't die. Is it turn end? Please? That was scary, God. Okay, some paralysis on you. All the paralysis is going to get eaten by the unbreakable coins. Alright. Well, I tried. You're mean. Okay, let's see how much Malphus can do here. I have not used her yet. This is the first time I'm using her. Please do well. Carry me, because you are the last in my deployment order, and I am losing a couple people this turn. So, it's not, like, looking the best still, but I believe. Oh, we get that Forensics off. You can't forget about that Forensics. Look at that. Look at that nice, solid 56 damage. Okay, yeah, there's you going. Oh! Is that our dub? I'll be frank, y'all. I'm real impressed you even pushed me this far. But Yoshihide, you darn sure ought to unsheath that sword if you really wanted to win! Trying to push Ryoshi to put that length, yeah? Oh. More of a sprinter than a marathoner, eh? Your power don't help too well when the fight drags on, that's true. Time's up. I mean, it kind of does for some units, right? Poison, stuff like that, being able to build up to a good degree and can definitely benefit a lot. Y'all had heart, I'll give you that. Shame this is where it ends. But this should have brought him down to our level. it did bring him down to our level, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's on our level. Capiche? This may be attributed to the gap in our combat experience. Yeah, level isn't everything. I can barely stand. Oi, no more winging, lad. It ain't over till it's over, yeah? We'll get him eventually. Heathcliff concurred just with his usual business, but it was true that determination was the only thing keeping some sinners on their feet. The Tiacon temple is right there, right in front of us, but we simply can't get past this final threshold. Jechu said that we were the key to stopping this war's powder keg from blowing, but we're stopped by this one man on a bridge between us and the temple. I thought I'd finally find a way to even things out by resonating with a golden bow, but I just can't see how we can get past this wall. Do not kneel. A low, deep voice boomed from behind us. There he is, the man. Well, I'll be. Yeah, sure got here fast. I don't know if I'd call that fast, but I mean, it's probably a big place, so fair enough. You could have just taken your sweet darn time, but you had to get here right now as I was about to finish him off, eh? Oh, I see now. Honey Bunny didn't dig up that hole for no reason, huh? I'm mighty honored you came all the way down here to see me, but I reckon things will go south real quick without you busting heads out there. My presence here took precedence. For they are not the kind of people who must stagnate here. That's so. Well, let's see then. Let's see who will greet them fellers when they're done with their business. Let's see which of us will get a roll out the red carpet. Are we gonna get a funny, like, Don Quixote Bari moment of them just fighting for a bit? I always wanted to kick your behind. Ain't this a mighty fine place to do it? Hot dang, I'm burning up. Despite Lei Heng's gung-ho provocation, Jiachu paid him no mind. He looked to Zilu, who was barely breathing. She was slumped against the wall. How long will you remain in slumber, Zilu? She ain't gonna wake up anytime soon, friendo. I really cut her up good this time. Why don't I put you to rest right next to her? Lei Heng's blade flashed with fire once again, and he charged like a lightning strike toward Jiachu. But Jiachu's staff brought Lei Heng's blade to a screeching halt. Brother, go. Lei Heng's forces have already been alerted to the fact that Jia Zichun has already entered the Tiacon temple. Thus, in a brief moment where Jia Zichun completes her ascension and exits the Tiacon temple, they will attempt to cut off her head before she gains full control of the Hierarch's Haisho pack. They will use the loophole that the ritual to become the family hierarch isn't truly over until she rises to the surface. Jia Zichun does not have any substantial foundation or sponsor who protects her. No family will come to her aid. It is most likely they're simply waiting for someone to kill her in their stead. Yeah. That's what family is around here. Not quite nice. However, one thing I can give you is that once you enter and until you exit the temple alongside Jia Zichun, not a single foe shall cross this bridge as long as I stand. Jia Zichun will survive this day. Let's go. We're not leaving anyone behind this Canto, and we will bring Zichun safely back to the surface and escort her to the seat of the family hierarch. Indeed, it will be a considerable undertaking for any family to strike down a family hierarch, even one without a foundation like Zichun. If that is your will, then I will help as well. Dayu, how did you... What in the gosh darn? The Yushui family turned against Daguan Yuan already. Not all Yushui has. Miss Baochai has sent me in secret to assist you. You're saying that out loud in front of, like, a guy who's working with the enemy, by the way, Dayu. I hate to break it to you. I have not come to discuss or pursue a lofty goal like the future of Daguan Yuan. I only wish that neither I nor Miss Baochai wish to see you fall here. That is all. Then stand with me. Stand with me against the tide and defeat any foe that has made it through. Gladly. Thank you, Dayu. Over there, soldiers. A different force is marching towards the temple. Who's it gonna be? Is it? It's gonna be Ancorp, isn't it? We'll see. You knew darn well this will only a matter of time. If y'all think you got what it takes, just try and stop us. Let's see if y'all can live up to your boasts. Go forth, Jia Baoyu. I have faith that your heart is true. Indeed it is. What a cool fight that was. A lot of funny stuff going on. That's for sure. It was a little close at the end there, but we pulled through. It's all smoothly cleaned up. You did the most damage. You also took a lot of damage, that's for sure. Dawn did her best, okay? That's silly. Temporary truce. Oh boy. There's only 3 nodes listed. It's a story node, and then 1 or 2 fights / story stuff left. Jeez. But anyways, I think that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!